Hey guys, how you all
Hey,
doing?
we're
You're back,
good.
girls. Doesn't it feel like we've been gone for months and months and months, and it was like a week and a half ago?
It really does.
Seems like a lifetime ago.
That's crazy. Well, Eurovision 2020 season's like properly finished, so everyone's had a good couple of weeks. First of all, I'm surrounded by three beautiful ladies today.
And we are surrounded by one beautiful man.
Well, I'm like the thorn in between three roses tonight. But anyway, guys in the live, how you all doing? We've got Sarah O'Halloran. Sarah O'Halloran, you're always first in the live chat, and we love it. How you want to know? We would love to come to your rave party. You just need an invite. Let us know when it is. We've got Bafuk. I'll say Bafuk. Hello to you. Thank you for joining us. We got Joanne Johnson in the live. We got Euroboy 4. Euroboy 4 is not a long time. That's what we say. It feels like a long time, but it's been. Is it a week and a half? Was it 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks, maybe.
From me,
2.5 weeks.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. That's how long. And I was telling the guys that it feels like I couldn't get like my camera right, and I feel like I so out of practice, even if it's just been like 2 weeks and a half, and I'm like, am I going to remember how to talk?
Yeah, we're feeling a bit rusty tonight, guys. We've got Kassar, who I think is from Malta. We've got Lee Fern. We missed you too, Lee. That's why we've come back. Lee, have you started your job yet? Have you had any news? Let us know. We've got random content. We've got Olympic from Croatia. How are you all doing, guys? We've got absolutely nothing to talk about tonight, so we're going to talk about our favourite thing, which is Eurovision. I'm going to put these girls on the spot. Girls, I want to know your favourite all-time Eurovision entry, like ever. Which Eurovision song can't you live without?
2004 Ukraine, Ruslana Wild Dances, followed very closely by 2003 Turkey Sertab Erener. And probably there's a lot more, but those are the two I can't live without.
Rafi, go on.
My favorite all-time, I would have to say Russia 2016. Nothing's gonna beat You Are the Only One for me at the moment. So, although I have been listening to Rafael Gualazzi from Italy 2011, he just came out with a new album and it is fantastic. So I got to listen to his song from the entry, and I really like that one as well.
My mum's going to love you because Russia 2016 is like one of her all-time favourite songs, along with Grande Amore as well by Il Volo. And she also, her favourite song last year was Sergei again. So I think my mum's like a Sergei stan. She loves him. I'm sure it's nothing to do with his good looks. Jess, go on. Your favourite Eurovision song?
Oh, I would have to say Oro by Jelena Tomasevic from Serbia 2008. Very closely followed by Always by Iceland Arash, Azerbaijan 2009.
Go on, give us a little bit, Jess.
Always on my mind, always in my heart,
ding,
and
ding,
I can see you coming in on a mountain high.
There we go. Good choices, guys.
How about you, though?
Oh yeah. Oh, well, you know what mine is. It's Albania 2018. Mr. Bush Pepper. Of course, it's my favourite. I couldn't choose anything else. But I'm going to say some songs that are quite close to that is Poland 94, Edita Gorniak. Has everyone heard that one?
Yeah.
Rafi, if there's one thing you have to do tonight, you have to listen. I'm going to send you a link to that performance.
Okay.
I think it's one of the best Eurovision vocals ever. It was insane. What other ones do I like? I'll tell you what I was listening to today as well, which is a beautiful song, was it's Estonia. I can't remember which year it was, but it's is it Birgit?
Yes, Brigitte.
And she was pregnant and she had this beautiful white dress on.
Like the new beginning in Estonian. I think it's 2012.
I think so, yeah.
2013.
2013.
Almost. Ka-ching.
There we go. Rafi, I'm going to overload you with beautiful Eurovision songs tonight. Sarah Sarah O'Halloran, you're saying it's sad there's no Sandro for Cyprus. Well, we have to talk about this tonight.
Yes.
No Sandro for Cyprus. Could Sophia Patsalides, who you saw in Junior Eurovision 2014, do it instead? So, what's the verdict on Sandro not being chosen by Cyprus TV next year?
I think it's really sad. I mean, I saw the press statement and they said it was because calendars didn't match. But again, it's Eurovision. If they wanted it to make it happen, they would have. Someone had.
Oh, I think someone's got feedback. If you can get your headphones. Got them.
So, do I see?
Yeah.
Okay. I think if they wanted to make it happen, they would have made it happen. I think it's again the case that the TV station wants to send a different artist rather than the artist itself being unavailable. And I think it's sad because it would have been a good opportunity to relive what he was meant to have lived this year.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of his song, and actually since we saw Europe Shine a Light, it's the one song that I've listened to the most, actually. So it's probably a slow grower for me, but one that I would have loved to have seen on stage. I think he's a fantastic vocalist as well, and we saw that when he was on. It was The Voice Germany he was on, wasn't it? Yeah. So I think he's a fantastic vocalist. Really sad not to see him back. He's a young guy. I think he deserved the chance, but there's obviously been discussions behind the scenes, and we will never know why he's not being chosen. Jess, talk. I'm going to go and answer my door.
Okay. Well, I guess if I had to talk about the Sandro situation, I mean, from what I've read online, whether it's true or not, there's disagreements between Sandro and the broadcaster, and disagreements over kind of song choices, creativity, staging, etc. So my understanding is maybe they just kind of mutually decided to part ways. I don't know. That's my guess. But I mean, it's sad that we don't get to see him come back next year. But if it is Sophia from Junior Eurovision, I will be very, very happy.
Ralphie, how do you feel about Sandro?
I really like him. Honestly, I feel like all the artists from this year should have gone on to next year, but I feel like he has a great voice, and I feel like whatever song he would have, done for next year would have been great regardless.
I agree with you.
Yeah, or maybe he'll come back for another country. Who knows? San Marino is always looking for an artist. If they confirmed Senate, I don't know.
Senate confirmed.
Yeah. Oh, she has. Okay. Well, maybe the UK.
Senate and Sandro, maybe.
Huh?
Senate and Sandro, maybe.
Can't see that, but yeah.
Or Senate and
dreaming.
Sandro and Serhat,
Ali and Sandro.
I'd just be happy to see Sandro back on his own. I'm really gutted that he's not coming back. But anyway, we've got to say hello to Jan Gatsis. Hey, we've got George Makin in the live. We missed you too, George. We were probably gone longer than we thought we were, because we've just worked out it's like 2.5 weeks. So apologies. I thought it was a week. And you finished your uni work, so you can spend the whole time with Eurovoxx. We would love that. We love seeing you in our live chats, George. Random content. You're sad about Sandro. Jess loving the hair from Euroboy 4.
Thank you.
We've got Neil Error in the live. Hey Neil, thank you for joining us. Kassar wants to know which other artists of Eurovision 2020 will be joining us. Well, we'd love to have them all. You guys need to Instagram them and tell them to come join us on a live. We will see what we can do over the next couple of months. But make sure you contact the artists and tell them to look up Eurovoxx. We'd love to have them on our channel. However, you have to make do with us tonight. So I'm sorry we're not celebrities, but we'll try and keep you entertained.
We're trying to be celebrities.
Yeah. George Makin, a song you forgot. Oh, Gina G. Ooh, a little bit.
Love
I have
that
a
one.
memory.
Anthem. That was a hit in the USA as well. Rafi doesn't.
This is another
it
one
doesn't
for your
sound
list.
familiar, so
I'm going to play you the start of the song, Raf, and if you don't recognise this, then you're just going to have to leave. Right, let's have a look.
Ooh, pressure song.
Gina, G.
It's like your initiation now.
We can't hear anything.
I can't
We
hear
can't hear
anything.
Can't you hear it?
No.
I don't know where the speakers are. Can you hear anything?
There.
Oh yeah.
No, before. No, we still can't hear.
Right, I'll tell you what. Next time we go,
There.
I'm going to work out. Was that it? Oh,
Well,
I'll send
here,
it to you
hold on.
later.
I can look it up for myself real quick.
Guys,
What's the name of it?
entertainment.
It's a party anthem. George Macon, I love it too as well. It always gets everyone dancing when you hear it in
Just a
Eurovision.
little thing.
Yeah.
I actually have a really cool memory of Jess and you and me in the Two Brewers in like a club in London dancing to Gina G. Suddenly coming on and we're like there. Yep.
I hope that no video exists of this.
You are the one doing
Yes,
the video.
you're the one that holds all the videos of everyone.
If
Yeah.
Jess loses her phone and someone finds it and put all of the videos online, we're all like, Jack.
I absolutely know
Yeah.
this song.
You do.
I do.
Oh,
All
there
I
we
needed
go.
to hear is like the first two notes, and then like I
Yes.
looked at the name of it. I'm like, oh, I sing that all the time.
Oh, that's it. It was such a huge hit in the UK, and it got to like, I'm sure it got to like number 12 in the Billboard charts in the USA. It was a huge hit in '96.
Yeah, because like especially in that time, early to mid 90s, that just like club dance music was so popular. So you're seeing like the Ace of Base and all those other artists come out. So yeah, definitely, I know that song.
Oh, Ace of Base, I love that one. We've got Alexander Pay. Hey, Alexander, how you doing? You've watched 97, 98, and 99 for the first time. Who are our favourites from those years? Go on, Jess, you're bursting.
Google.
So, my favourite from 97 is the UK. From 98, probably the UK again, and the Netherlands.
Yes.
And Croatia as well. That was a good one.
I know.
And 99, my favourite was Selma from Iceland. Although I do love the UK that year as well.
Say it again. That one, yeah. Clara, do you know these older ones?
Yes, my favorite one was the one that won in 1999, Charlotte Nielsen, Take Me to Your Heaven. Because then when she returned in like, I think 2008 or 2009 as Charlotte Perrelli,
Yes.
like a hero was my favorite that year. It did really bad, but it was my favorite. It qualified though, but it did really bad. I actually thought she was going to win again.
Me too.
I was never a huge fan of Hero.
Oh, I
It's my
love
favourite
it.
Swedish entry.
That would be like my third favorite Eurovision song of all times.
It always shocks me sometimes, like when people love that song so much.
I
But
love it, take a star. And it had the choreography, it had the shiny dresses, it had everything.
Raf, do you know those contests?
No, and I'm looking them up right now, and unfortunately, I don't know any of those songs.
Oh, we're going to have to put on so many history lessons for you. Although, to be fair, we probably don't know most of the history either. But my favourites has to be from '97. It sounds so biased, but it's the UK, and it's kind of like become an anthem for me over the past couple of weeks after the show we saw, and it's I think it's actually such a great message. 98 has to be the UK as well. It's probably my favourite UK entry ever. 98. I think it's one of the Where Are You by Marnie. I think it's one of the classiest performances that we've ever done. And was just pipped to the post by Dana International in the end as well. Everyone was looking at the Malta-Israel race, and then Imani right in at the end, second place. I thought she did the UK proud. 99. I'm going to tell you one that I love from 99, and it's Bosnia and Herzegovina. Dino Merlin.
Oh yes,
Beatrice.
definitely.
I never
And
did
it's
like
kind of-
that one very much.
Oh, that one really. I probably didn't like it on the night, but it's like a song that I love to watch now, and it became like a bit of an addiction for me that year. I'm trying to think who else we had.
I liked the Netherlands that year.
Was that Marlene?
Give me one good reason.
Yes, that was a good one.
Let's have a look. We've got Lee Fern. Favorite Eurovision song has to be Pastora. Can I take conmigo? Stunning.
Yes. She did the country proud.
Do you think she would ever come back to Eurovision? Is there ever any chance of that happening?
No, I don't think so, because she developed a really bad stage fright.
Stage fright?
Yes, stage fright after that, and she went like silent for a few years, and then she had a baby, and then she came back with an album, but she hasn't been very active at all. So she maybe has done like small concerts here and there, but nothing really huge.
Wow.
Euroboy 4, I can't find it, but was asking if we watched the 1991 Eurovision Again contest the other day. Did anyone watch it?
I didn't, but I have seen that contest with Andy and Clara.
Have we watched that together?
Yes.
We were at your house.
Yes.
We watched it.
We were sitting in that sofa where you're sitting right now.
I remember watching, and I didn't know it was that one.
I don't know. We watched a lot of old ones, to be honest.
Did we?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Italy was one of my favourites that year, and Iceland. George Makin, you're saying you've discovered. Oh, Jess is going to love this. I know Jess.
Love that one.
Yeah.
You know what? 2 days ago, I was singing that song in my kitchen while I was doing my breakfast, and I was like, "This is a very random song. Why am I singing this?"
It's a nice pop song. I remember my mum loved it that year.
My dad too. Actually, my dad voted for the song.
She must have been so young there as well.
I know. Yeah.
Someone let us know, how old was Irolosco in 2002?
About
Sarah
19,
O'Halloran, 19. Wow. Sarah O'Halloran, you're a Euphoria fan. George Makin, you're saying Sandro was good but needed a stronger song. I think Cyprus would have surprised people on the night, because I think the performance would have been really polished. I think it was a dark horse. Let's have a look. Neil Era, you're sad for Sandro. Maybe that'll be a new hashtag. Kassar, you're saying Irolosco also represented Malta in 2016. So that was my first Eurovision that I ever went to. And I remember being in the audience when she qualified, and I'm sure that she was last to be called as a qualifier. And I was surrounded by loads of Maltese people, and they literally went crazy as soon as they read out Malta's name. And I really liked that song as well. Let's have a look. We've got Myrna Vlajkovic. Hello, you're telling us to stream Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles.
Oh, I love that one.
A great song.
Never heard it.
Watermelon Sugar High. Watermelon Sugar High. It's supposed to be like the summer hit or something. Or maybe last year's summer hit.
I'm going to tell you, like, my dream has always been to see One Direction perform at Eurovision for the UK, and for Zayn to rejoin. There you go. You heard it.
Thanks for caring.
I was such a big One Direction fan, like I literally loved them.
I got into them like 2 years ago. I never really joined the movement or anything, and that didn't really understand the hype. And then 2 years ago, I was like, okay.
Yeah, no one ever.
Now that I'm close to 30, I get it.
No one ever understood my love. Is it really sad if I tell you that I had a picture of them on my desk?
It's okay.
I mean, as a grown
My
adult,
boys.
kind of. It's a bit weird.
Let's have a look. Kassar, you love our guest. Well, this isn't our guest. This is Rafi from Team Eurovoxx. You're getting some love, Rafi.
Thank you.
Hello to ESE Manga in the house.
Hi.
Myrna, you want to know, did we hear the Serbian Eurovision song? So Hurricane, hell yes.
Yes.
I think we all loved it.
Love it.
I'm now trying to master the movements, like with their leg and like this thing they do.
Let's
My
have
quarantine project.
I would, if I could dance like Hurricane, that would literally be like a life goal. Actually, if I could dance at all, it would be a life goal. But to dance like them would just be amazing. Neil Error, you're saying, oh, Turkey 1997. How did we forget
That's
that?
a good one.
Oh,
Which one?
and Israel 98, of course. Dance anthem. But Turkey 97. Oh, I love that song. Rafi, your list is getting longer if you don't know these, I'm afraid. You're going to be busy later on.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not working at the moment. My studio's still closed, so have all the time in the world.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that to 3 other Eurovision fans, because we literally will give you work to do, and it will be watching old Eurovision songs.
Yeah, but then I can actually contribute to the conversations.
We've got Colin Harris in. It's your first time in one of our live chats, Colin. Welcome.
Hello.
We hope you're still there. How are we doing? Let us know, and please subscribe if you're new to our channel. Myrna, you'll say Jess is really she's always positive.
I have my moments.
That's why we love her. Jess, you're getting a lot of love tonight.
Ooh.
Neil Error, you're saying
Hello.
Croatia or Iceland should have won in '99. ESC Manga, you're calling out Turkey 97 as well. Alexander Pagels. So for any of us that know Iceland, Cyprus and Turkey 97, what do we think? Turkey, love it. Yes, Cyprus.
I love Iceland. I love Cyprus. Stane Erotas by Marlene.
Cyprus was
okay, yeah.
Oh,
wrong year.
sorry, I'm getting confused with 99.
Who's Elizabeth Giles?
I think she's an actress.
Is she a beautiful actress?
Is she the one from Dynasty? Let me Google.
I've never heard of her before.
Elizabeth. How do you spell it?
She was in Victorious, that Nickelodeon television show.
Is she a beauty?
She is.
All right, Clara, you look like Elizabeth Giles.
Oh, thank you, Mirna. You look also very beautiful from your profile picture.
I was nervous, so I didn't know who it was, so I thought I'd check.
It's okay. Like, even if they would have said that I look like Dino Merlin, I would have appreciated the effort of comparing me to someone.
Say hello, Rafi, to Random Content.
Hello, Random Content.
Random Content, we need to know where you got the idea for that username. It always makes me smile inside when I see it. Colin Harris, we're literally sending you Eurovoxx hugs and kisses because you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Eurovoxx hug. We love it. We hope you don't get fed up with us. We've got Toma Hanan. Your favorite is Iceland. Oh, think about things. Potential winner this year, guys. We'll never know.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched the concert, the online concert he did on his own that his wife was taping? It's hilarious. It's great. It's all Eurovision songs that he's covered, and like the instrumental is so great, and he does it himself, and he plays all of the synths himself, and he sounds amazing, and it's really, really worth checking it out.
We're still not quite sure what's happening next year with Iceland, whether they're going to have like Dadi Verkepnin, or because he said he won't go back.
Yeah.
Because he worries that people would give him a sympathy vote, even if they didn't like his song. And I think I really respect that in an artist when they're willing to make that sacrifice for their artistic integrity.
Yes. I just want him to come back so I can keep saying Daddy.
we all love a daddy.
It's okay, we all have daddy issues here.
I wonder if even the artists that don't come back, whether there might be some way they can be involved next year. We have to move on fast. Say hello to Connor Mooney.
Hey, Connor.
We've got Vig's Flash Films. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining. And Colin Harris as well. Guys, we want to know your favourite Eurovision songs of all time. We've been talking about ours. We've also got Shefka Kellita. Hey. You thought Dadi only wanted to come back if he was the only artist in the Icelandic national final. So, yeah, are we going to get Dadi Vaketni? I'd be quite happy with that. I think he deserves
I would love that.
Deserves a shot. When you have something viral, like Think About Things, that's so viral, how would you come back with something else? But I think he's so creative in what we've seen him doing. He might come back with something even better.
I would come back with something super, super ironic. It's the only way to top that. Because, like, if you take his performance, his just not the song, but like the performance itself is ironic. The song itself is not so ironic as he could make it. So I would just top it with something super lyrically ironic.
Yeah, imagine if it was like a song about him not being able to go to Eurovision 2020. I want to know if we're going to get any songs about coronavirus next year.
Wait for Samantha Tina to come with her cleaning ladies.
Neil, Eric, you're saying Think About Things would have been top 5, if not number 1 in the yes. I think it was the highest charting Eurovision song from this year.
I think so, yeah.
In the UK, and everyone seemed to be talking. Even non-Eurovision fans seemed to be talking about it.
Even Hollywood artists talked about him.
Yeah, it was totally viral in like around the world. Euroboy 4, you're saying Dadi has to be back in 2021. George, mate, now we're getting down to business. Who are our Eurovision crushers? George's are Luca Hani, Sergei Lazarev, and Mons. Right.
Wow.
Who is
begin?
prepared to tell us their Eurovision crushers?
Robin Bengtsson. Donny Montel. Non-Eurovision, but I have a huge crush on Machine Gun Kelly. I'll just leave it there.
She's happy to get that. All right, go on, Rafi. Have you got a Eurovision crush?
I mean, there's Sergey, of course. Diodato. I mean, he's a very beautiful man. But also,
how much you're holding back when you're saying that.
But also, honestly, since I had mentioned before, listening to Raphael Gualazzi a lot lately, I'm kind of crushing on him at the moment.
Jess, do we even need to ask?
Well, of course, there's Serhat, there's Tom Lee, there's Robin Benson, there's Sergey, Vidas from Lithuania, Harel Skat from Israel. That's probably all the ones I can think of at the moment.
I don't think I've ever had a Eurovision crush.
Really?
Wow, you're such a strong man.
Not even Jugend?
I've probably had loads. I just can't remember who they are. You girls probably remember who I've been crushing on.
So,
go
ahead. No, I agree. Tom Leb, I got him out of my list. I forgot to put him in my list.
I'm going to say Marco Mengoni.
I don't crush on Italians or Spanish people because it's just super obvious. Like, they look like my relatives. And
I did have a bit of a crush on Mahmood as well, didn't I? Let's be
just a little bit
about that. Yeah. Let's have a look. And George Makin had a crush on.
Yeah.
Well, you got to interview Imri in Madrid, Clara.
Yes, I did. He smells really nice, and he is shorter in person. And he's a very nice, friendly person to interview. He's very talkative. He's very communicative.
And he speaks great Spanish.
And he speaks great Spanish because I think he's been living in Madrid for some time.
We've got. Let's have a look. Shefka, you're saying it has to be Dower Bob. Oh, he has the most amazing eyes I've ever seen on anyone. I think Sergey, Amir, and Amir.
Sergey is actually also very short and tinier than what he looks on camera.
What about Amir?
Oh, Amir.
I left him out of my list. He's on my list, yeah.
He had Pulsars Racing in 2016. Like the ladies, well, and the men loved Amir.
I have to say what I like about Amir is his talking voice. There's like a snippet he recorded for ESC Radio that says something, "Hello, this is Amir," and you're listening to ESC Radio, and the way he says, "Hello, this is Amir," is just so very soothing and smooth and sexy.
Oh, he's I was an Amir stan in 2016, and I got to meet him in London, and I remember just being like a quivering wreck because it was like, it's Amir and he's beautiful. Shefka is saying you wish Diodato would have won this year. I'm going to put it on record now. For me, he was the unofficial winner, and I'm going to get so much hate for this. I just think the song and the feeling of the song in the middle of what we're going through, the fact that he did that beautiful performance in Arena di Verona as well, I'm going to say is my unofficial winner for this year.
And I would say after watching that performance in the empty thingy-mabobby where he was, made me think this song would have won, without a doubt.
I would not have been upset if he would have won. He could have very well deserved it.
The interesting thing is, it shows how staging can change a song as well, because a lot of people after the Sanremo performance weren't that hyped about Italy. After seeing it performed in a different setting, totally changed it for some people. So I'm not saying the fact that it was performed in the arena is what's made it a great song. It's not. It was a great song, and I've always said it was. But it's interesting to see how some people's perception of the song has changed since seeing it performed in that setting. So some people say that staging is not important, and that's not staging a song, so to speak, on a Eurovision stage. But just clarify.
I think staging is important because it helps visualize the song. It comes to mind Croatia last year, Rocco, with these angels coming down and like really visualizing the exact lyrics. I think that would have, if it would have qualified, it was like an amazing performance. It was what like the song needed, and I think it's you really need visuals in some songs.
Connor Mooney, you're saying that Sandro is your Eurovision. Yes, I can see that, Connor. Good choice. Sarah O'Halloran, your crushes are Blanche, Zena, and is it Stefania? Oh, Stefania's your biggest crush. Joanne Johnson, you're saying the guys for all three of them
at the same time.
Joanne Johnson, you have to pick a favourite. You can't like all three. You have to choose a favourite Il Volo member.
How can you possibly just pick one of them? Like, they're all amazing.
Because his name is Gianluca. It's easy.
Fair enough.
They look like my cousins. Yeah, like Italian and Spanish singers don't really do it for me because they look like people from the family.
Why have I never met your cousins?
Because we have never visited Spain. Well, I don't live in Spain anymore, so.
Euroboy for Kobe. Kobe from Israel last year. He was a handsome man. Neil Error as well as a Dower Bob as your biggest crush. Sarah O'Halloran, which Eurovision star would we like to ballroom dance? Oh, this is very specific. Ballroom dance with at your rave party. So we're going to be doing ballroom dancing at your rave party. That's an interesting mix. Who would you ballroom dance with? I'm going to pick first, and I'm going to say. Oh no, I don't know. Actually, someone else do it.
I'm going to pick Robin Bengtsson because he's done Dancing with the Stars in Sweden, so he knows how to ballroom dance.
Rafi.
I'm going to say Luca Hänni because he is currently on Dancing with the Stars as well, and he is fantastic. Or I don't know if it's Dancing with the Stars. I don't know if it's a different
Like
show.
the equivalent.
Yeah, exactly. But he's fantastic.
And he can dance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'd pull some moves in the middle of that ballroom dance. And if we're ballroom dancing at a rave party, he'll be able to switch it up fast as well. So go on, Jess. Oh, we don't even need to ask Jess.
I know. I mean,
Say
I can't
Tom Leb's
decide
name.
between Sir Hat or Tom Leeb. So, either one of them will do.
Oh, I don't know who to ballroom dance with. I want to pick some. Oh, Casper Yanida.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
Let's have a look.
Can I just say, George has asked 3 different times how I came across Eurovision and how long I've been a fan. So I think I should answer him.
Yes, go ahead.
Go.
So in America here, Eurovision isn't that widely known. So it wasn't until last year that Netflix in America had broadcasted both semifinals and the final from last year. And immediately I was hooked. And that's how I became a Eurovision fan.
Whoop.
Yes.
So did you just see Eurovision being advertised and kind of was like, oh, I wonder what this is. Let's watch it. And then
Yeah,
you are.
basically.
Cool.
I always find it amazing, like how people discover, like literally by chance, it's changed your life, and you could have missed it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
without clicking on that thing. And I remember when I first watched it, I just saw like an advert for it. I had no idea what it was. I was a little kid, and I thought, oh, I want to watch this. And my mum taped it on cassette for me so I could watch it the next day. And like I was hooked. Tell me, do you know any other American Eurovision fans? Like, is there like a little community?
No. I don't.
Maybe you could
Although
set
I
one up.
think ESC United, they are predominantly American, their whole staff there. But going back to just being a Eurovision fan in general, if any of you watched the Diodato interview that I was able to obtain for our website, he's not a Eurovision fan. He never watched it, and he's not really interested in it. And he also didn't listen to any of the other songs because he doesn't do that when he's in a competition. So I thought that was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, karma.
It always makes you wonder, like people's motivation, because you talk to Eurovision artists, and oh sorry, I'm wrecking the place here. They always seem to be saying about, oh, I've always watched the contest, and you do wonder sometimes whether they're being totally truthful and whether they are such big fans. I want to see Diodato back next year, and we've got no news on that yet. We'll be waiting a long time to hear back about other artists. Giant Johnson, you're going to dance with Sir. Oh, it's going to be a fight. Got some competition,
okay.
yes. And you're picking Ignacio. Is he the one with the glasses in Il Volo? Or is he the tall one? I think he's the tall one.
The tall one.
He's the tall one. Rafi, keep your hands off Luca Hani. Shefka, at least 2 of us like face masks. Oh, face masks. With which Eurovision star would we like to go on a spa day?
I was wondering if you
Cosmetic
meant like
face masks.
this one.
That's what I was thinking too.
I have the other face mask here too, so I was going to put both.
One day we'll do a video in face masks.
Oh, please, yes.
We'll work on the skin while we talk about Eurovision. So, who would you go to a spa day with?
Freyr, because she would give me so many beauty tips. She looks like she knows her stuff.
Jess.
But then I think I would get like, if I was with someone like Eleni Freyr, I'd be so jealous seeing her like in a spa. So I got no idea.
I could just imagine Jess coming out with hair extensions, like if she went with Eleni to a spa. Imagine it in like a little cat suit.
Actually, yeah, maybe I'll go with Freyr too. And Clara can come. We can make it like a girls' trip.
And Clara can come if you want.
Go, Rafi.
So I'm going to just flip it, and I'm going to say I'm not a big fan of spas, but I am a massage therapist.
Really?
So I'm a medical massage therapist. So I would rather be performing the treatment than receiving it.
That is very smart. Who would you massage?
Oh, well. Honestly, if I had to choose somebody to massage, I would say, okay, so you guys don't take this the wrong way, but I would choose Sergey, but not because of my huge crush on him, but because I know he fell off the wall in 2016, and because I do, yeah, so during rehearsal he fell off the walls, and so because I know, medical treatment massage, I'd be like, all right, I can fix that.
I remember that because there was a bit of doubt as to whether he'd be able to perform that full performance in 2016 as well. There we go. Who would I can't pick Yonida because I picked her for a ballroom dance. So who else would I go on a spa day with?
Blue.
Who?
Blue from the UK. You good views. That's for sure.
Oh, this is a hard choice. Who else would I pick?
No.
I'm trying to pick someone from last year. Who did I like last year? I can't remember.
John
Lundvik?
No.
Would you like to go with a man or a woman? Or are you not bothered?
Let's choose a woman. I'm going to think about this. No, definitely I'd go with her.
Imani?
No, I'm gonna come back at the end. I'm gonna have an answer for you. Lee Fern, you're saying Celine Dion in '98 was your first Eurovision when you were 7. Have you seen that one, Rafi?
I mean, I've seen Celine's performance, but I haven't seen any other from that year.
The dress. The lampshade. Colin Harris wants to know if we have a website or just a YouTube channel. We have a website and a YouTube channel and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook.
Personal life.
Please go and follow us on all of those channels. You can read some of the latest news on our website, and you can do all the other stuff on our other socials. So it's Eurovoxx on all of those channels. So make sure. I think the link should be in the description of the video as well.
And Colin, we're a team of 23 people, around 23 people, so there's more of us. So
yes,
just so you know.
George Macon wants to know our opinion on juries.
Mm-hmm.
That Lucy Jones would have come 20th in the televote. It was a bit of a joke.
I think it's a good idea to have juries because at the end of the day, it's always this. If you do things for the audience or you do things for yourself, this is the duality artists are usually confronted with. Do they produce music they like and they listen to, or they produce music that is meant to financially support themselves with? So there has to be a give and take. So I think the fact that there's a jury also helps because it's like musicians that understand the position that those musicians that are performing this year in Eurovision have to go through. So for me, 50-50 is a good idea.
Yes.
I like the juries in Eurovision. I think, like Clara said, they're a very good, important part of Eurovision, but I would maybe take away some of their say in the final result and give a bit more to the televoters and a bit less to the juries. But I would still keep them, yeah.
Rafi?
I think Clara and Jess kind of answered it perfectly. I'm kind of on the same page as them. They're good because it does add that kind of technical aspect to, looking at the performance rather than just, how if somebody's not a musician, they'll just be like, oh, I like that song.
Mm.
Yeah, and I have to say that I'm a supporter of having the juries in the competition as well, because I think it's changed the level of a lot of the songs we've been getting, and it's made some of the songs more. When I say more serious, I don't mean that they can't be fun, but just the quality of the songs I think has improved, and that is a result of the jury. So it has to be an all-round song now that can impress both a professional jury and the televote. But I don't disagree with some people sometimes when they suggest splitting it differently. Personally, I'm happy with a 50-50 split. And everyone won't always be like, won't ever be happy if that way. You're never going to please everyone every year. So, you know, if your favorite song doesn't win the competition but comes second for whatever reason, you're going to be crying about injustices, you know. So you'll never be able to please everyone. We have to say hello to and I've lost it, Rodrigo Pinto. Hey, Rodrigo.
Hola.
Hola, how you doing? If you're coming in the live now, we want to know your favorite Eurovision song of all time. Nil Error, it seems like you're a televote supporter, so you think Sergei Il Volo, of course, they would have won Eurovision. I'm going to say get rid of the jury. No, yeah.
No, but
unfortunately,
for example, a song that is not so visually stunning, but it's technically, if you're a musician and you know it's technically very difficult to perform, but it doesn't have like the pyro and it doesn't have the dancers and the super flashy eye catches, it's still a good song. It's just not visually appealing. But so there's when the juries come and say, okay, let's try and live this song, because at the end of the day, it's a song contest. It's not a Eurovision performance contest. That should also be considered too.
is it?
Well, I am a massage therapist, so it's a anatomy poster. I as I'm sitting here, I realized the way I had my camera like angled is completely on the crotch, so I'm going to adjust that.
It's okay. Like kids have that in their school books. That's a chapter in their science books for sure. In their
George Macon, you're saying juries have resulted in, yes, I agree with you actually, George. More countries taking it seriously. Kassar, you say juries are needed. Malta's always underrated in the televote because of no neighbours. What I will say about the juries, though, is some juries, and we know who we're talking about, were always voting, you know, certain countries down for historical reasons or whatever. So I think it taints the reputation of the juries somewhat. But I like to think that the majority of the juries will be very fair in their scoring. Let's have a look. Nil Error, you support the televote. You like the winner being chosen by the people. Mark Bennis, hey Mark, you want to know, do we think Ireland or the UK will ever win Eurovision again?
It might take another 30-40 years, but it will happen.
But think about it. I mean, there's 40 something countries, so even if every country won like once over the next 40 years, it might take a country 40 years to win. And then I always remind ourselves about Portugal, who never gave up, and then they had a huge win with an amazing song. So I'm sure they will. Rodrigo, you're saying Nocturne from 95, Norway is one of your favourites. A beautiful, beautiful song. And you're saying that you looked at the results of 2017 to look at juries v televote. Seems a lot of times you support songs that you think juries would like more.
Yeah.
It's like a typical thing now, isn't it? Every time we hear a Eurovision song, we have to say, oh, it's going to do well with the juries. Oh, it'll do well with the televote. It's almost like it has to be either or, isn't it? Like you can't, you know, maybe one in the next few years, we will get a Eurovision song that will win both the televote and the juries. And then it will, you know, it might shut up a lot of people.
I'm so curious for that to happen. I would be very interested to see which kind of song would do both.
Yeah, actually, I wonder what type of song it would be. Oh, of course it did, didn't it? It did happen.
With
Salvador.
Ah. So there you go.
Yeah, it's that kind of song.
Mystery solved. Let's try with another genre that can also please both juries and audience. It's a really interesting challenge, though.
But to a certain extent, it happened with Jamala because she was second with both jury and public.
Oh,
so.
But then I remember so many people crying out then, like, how can this song win? It didn't win either. It's when I say you'll never please everyone. You know, no matter what the result.
But just because, for example, Jamala didn't win the televote or the jury vote, by finishing second in both shows that she was consistent among both voting parties, and like it wasn't as if she was first with one and 20th with another. They both consistently thought this is good. So the same with Duncan as well. He didn't win jury or televote, but he was consistently doing well.
That's a really, really good point to make.
Kassar, I can't answer this. Rafi might be able to answer this. Was there a reason why Diodato was allowed to sing live while the other artists were given only the chance to sing behind their screen? The performance wasn't specifically recorded for the Eurovision Shine a Light show, though, was it? It was
Diodato's?
Yeah, the Verona.
No, that was live.
Was it?
Yeah, Diodato's performance was live. Oh no! Oh my goodness! I'm sorry. It was not. But sorry, I misspoke because he was in front of a screen. I just realized.
Yeah,
it was previously recorded.
But it wasn't recorded specifically for the show, was it? Or was it?
Yes.
Oh, so they did.
It was, yeah. So, and what actually surprised me is, so I knew about his performance, and so I kind of assumed that all the other artists were going to be doing a similar one. So I was surprised when I watched Shine a Light that it was mainly just his, and then the other ones weren't the same. I'm sorry. I think I have a smoke alarm going off downstairs. I'll be right back.
Oh no. Anyway, my view is that they asked him to do it because the song kind of became synonymous with the lockdown in Italy since we saw the clips of people singing it on their balcony. So I would imagine that's why. I hope Rafi's okay.
Me too.
Fuego.
Rafi, if you've got your phone and you're still watching, come in the live chat and just let us know that you're all right. Connor Mooney wants to know, will we be attending London Euro? Yes. Yes,
I'm missing my part. Like, this is like my party season, and I party really hard, and then I keep partying the rest of the year, but like not as hard. So my body is feeling like, where's the party time? Where's the party time? It didn't come.
Connor, we would love to meet you too. Jess will be on the dance floor. I will be by the bar. And where are you, Clara?
Going back and forth from the bar to the dance floor.
Are you all right?
Yes, I have a friend over. Her internet doesn't work, so it's only 4 p.m. here. So she's doing some work. But I also live in a townhouse, so I actually think it was next door. It wasn't in my house.
We're worried.
So I had to run downstairs real quick and be like, "Are you setting my house on fire?"
Vig's Flash Films. When is London Eurovision 20? So no dates yet, and we're not going to get dates until don't think we normally get them until the start of the year, maybe January or December time. December we normally know about Amsterdam. I think we knew about it earlier this year, and then early next year we'll hear about. I wouldn't expect dates too early on though, because it depends on the state of the world, I guess. So we might get dates and confirmations about these pre-parties slightly later than we would usually, but we can't wait. And I can't believe it will be two whole years when we go to our next one. Jesse Kuiper's got a bit more. Cornell says people singing Fire Amore from their balconies gave him the idea for Europe Shine a Light. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you for that, Jesse. Oh, and he's the Dutch commentator, Cornell, not Jesse. Let's have a look. Rodrigo. I've missed something. Sorry. Which winner of the decade do we like the least, and who from the same year would we replace him with as your winner? Oh, decade. So we're talking 2010 to now.
My least favourite is 1944, and I would have instead had Sergei as the winner.
I still don't understand why Azerbaijan won, and it's something I will never understand because it was very flat, out of tune. There was no chemistry between the singers. It was it was an okay song. It was for me really average, but yeah. What year was that again? 2011, I think. I don't know.
It was 2011.
Yeah, 2011. I don't really remember which song I liked from 2011, but I remember not liking the winner. So if you give me a second, I can figure out which song I liked. But meanwhile, guys, go answering.
Should I go now?
Yeah.
Mine might be controversial.
Is it Euphoria?
No. That was I'm too scared to say. But I was gonna say Denmark. Oh, I forgot about last year. I don't know if it's my least favourite though. Toy. It's not one of my favourite winners, but I was going to say Denmark 2013, and I was going to replace it with Estonia because I think it's beautiful. And I'm sure there's someone else I loved in 2013 as well. I just need to remind myself of the.
How professional we are.
I mean, I didn't dislike Toy, but I would have preferred to have seen Fuego win rather than Toy. Just.
I have the same opinion about Toy, although I would have chosen Higher Ground to win because I just feel like that's an absolutely amazing song. And just the way he performed it, it was just beautiful.
That was my favorite.
And Chris loved that one as well. I think that was his favorite.
Yeah.
From 2011, I didn't like particularly any song that qualified, but I loved Belarus that didn't qualify, and that just because it's so in your face patriotic, and I loved singing it in the car with you, Andy, when we were driving.
Was that
I love Belarus.
Belarus. Got it deep inside. Oh, I love that one. I'm just having a look through the 2013 list of. There were some great songs in 2013, actually.
Yes.
I'm going to call out Marco Mengoni, which was stunning. L'Essenziale. Margaret Berger, I Feed You My Love.
That was a really good one.
And do you want to know what other one that I loved from that year as well? Although maybe the studio version more than the live performance was Georgia and Waterfall.
Oh, I love that one.
Nice.
And then you got Zlata with Gravity. Farid with Hold Me for Azerbaijan.
I never liked that one.
I liked the performance. It was very intelligent.
Anouk with Birds as well.
Oh yes, that one. That's really awesome.
Oh, some great songs in the final in 2013.
I loved Germany that year, Cascada, but just not so much the live performance.
Yeah, she was a little bit out of tune, unfortunately. But like as a track, it's really cool. I think we've also danced that one in like Two Brewers.
I'm gonna have to relive 2013. I think just looking through some of these songs, I'm gonna have to relive that one.
Guys in the live chat, when the lockdown is over, we have to meet in London and we have to go to the Two Brewers on a Eurovision night party.
Yeah, we'll host a Eurovoxx party in the.
Oh yes, in the Two Brewers.
Sarah Halloran,
sponsor us.
Yeah, Sarah Halloran Cascada was amazing. Connor Mooney, Ukraine should have won in 2013, but you also love Only Teardrops. Neil Era, Hungary, Greece in 2013. Who was Hungary? Oh,
Kedvesen.
Oh God, I love that one too. Such a great year, 2013. Why did I never know it was such a great year? It's only now I'm looking back.
It's because we have to memorize so many songs every year that at some point when you know like 10 Eurovisions from start to the beginning, more than 10 your brain just can't soak anymore.
Shefka, you're replacing Only Teardrops with L'Essenziale. Connor wants to know, which UK entry do you think was criminally underrated by voters? I'm going to say the same as you, Never Give Up on You. I think was underrated by voters, because I think it came like, did it come like 20th or something in the televote? Maybe. Yeah.
Like they literally gave us something like 12 points.
That was
like,
very
how could you
underrated.
only give that 12 points? I mean, come on.
Like the staging was beautiful and she sounded amazing.
She was. I
And
know
also,
a lot of people would talk about the mouth, like the facial expressions maybe distanced people from the song, but it was one of my favourite stagings of that year, because it just again, it's another example of totally changing a song, because no one was talking about it before. They do the revamp, everyone sees this beautiful staging, and then I remember even in the press centre, some journalists were saying UK was a potential winner that year, purely because of the staging.
I have a favorite, or I have one that I think. So I know that I have a couple of friends in the UK who very much disagree with me, but I loved UK 2015, Still in Love with You. And I saw that face. Okay, so listen, my reasoning behind it is that it's very like old school traditional like American music more than, so it's definitely reminded me of a lot of my favorite songs from, back in the, electro swing days. And so like I really love it. I do. I know I'm probably the outsider with that, but I think
some people do. And it was a catchy tune. And I don't remember bashing it when it was out. I think Twan in Team Eurovoxx found an Afrikaans version of that song, didn't he?
That is really cool if that's true. We need it. Send it over.
There is an Afrikaans version of that song on YouTube.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah.
And Twan from Team Eurovoxx found it. Guys, we have a VIP. We've got to say hello to Mickey G. Good evening, Charlie. Good evening. Oh, I like that. Charlie's Angels. Yes. How you doing, Mickey G? We want to know your all-time favourite Eurovision song ever. And we are going to have to. Guys, we've been over an hour. We're going to have to wrap it up. Clara has to go to bed. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning where she is.
It's actually 11.
But
it's okay. Yeah. But like here, it's still sun out. It's not dark outside, and it will be light again at 4. So.
I'm so confused with the time zones. Mickey G, we want to know your favourite Eurovision song of all time. George Macon, you're saying I'm Still in Love with You could have worked if you were allowed more than. Yeah, actually, I see that. A big dance troupe on stage would have been good. Rafi, I'm going to send you a song. There's a song by in my head they're Serbian. They're called Gramophone.
Sorry.
Has anyone heard that? And he goes, and you do if you like that kind of fusion of like 1920s, 30s style music with a modern beat. There's a song by an act called Gramophone, and I think they're Serbian, but I might be wrong. And it's called "Why Don't You Do Right." I'm gonna say in WhatsApp. I'll send it after this. Clara is still in Tallinn. Kassar, you're going now. We're going to go shortly as well. We love you, Kassar. Keep coming back. Thank you so much for your support. Mickey G, we're going to have to end on this.
You know what? Every time I go to the store now in Estonia, I go like almost every day. There's one next to my place. And there's like a rack of magazines, and all of the Estonian artists that went to Eurovision are like on the cover. So I see Elina Netsibayeva all the time. I see like Vanilla Ninja Girls, Tanel Padar, the girl from Randayad. Sandra non
Sandra,
salvo.
Sandra,
Yes.
Sandra.
Non salvo.
Yes.
Something. Yeah, so I see them every day in my shop. This is the only reason why I moved to Estonia, to see the Eurovision artists on the rack.
Just a few more comments, then we're going to wrap up, guys. Chef, UK should have sent Holly. Oh, I remember Holly. Do I remember?
Yes.
That was
Holly Tandy,
what was it called?
bigger than us.
It's bigger than Tandy, Holly Tandy.
Oh no, I was thinking of another Holly that was in a UK national final. Has there been more than one Holly?
Holly.
There was someone that sang something about being in love, or
Welcome to Eurovision.
yeah. I'm sure it's like the same year as Lucy Jones, or no?
I honestly have no idea.
Oh, there was another song, and it's going to bug me now. I'm going to have to look it up. Someone in the live might know. There was another song. Was it UK Eurovision 2017? Wasn't it, right?
But are you sure her name was Holly?
No, I'm not sure. So I might be wrong. It was someone.
Wow. Revelation.
Someone in the live chat must know what song I'm talking about. It was like
Holly Brewer?
Yes, Holly Brewer. It was a Holly.
Oh yeah, I recognise the name.
I can't remember what the song was called. Thank you, Shefka. Holly Brewer. And it was like I remember liking it. I can't remember the song, but something about being in love, or had love in the title. I'm sure it did.
I'm in love with you.
And Bianca, Shine a Little Light by Bianca as well, says George, making, yeah, definitely Holly Brewer. Rodrigo, your favourites, Estonia 97. Jesse Kuiper, you see Stefania on the covers of Tina and Maiden magazine.
Oh. Good.
Mark Bennett loves Maria in 96 and 97 for Estonia. 96, love that song. Shine a Little Light, that's Bianca, right? Who's the Holly? Someone tell me what the Holly Brewer one is, because it's going to bug me. Now, George Makin loves Tallinn.
Oh, yes. Come over. Actually, the quarantine is over here. Has been over for a long time now, or yeah. So
I don't think we can travel to you yet.
Wish I loved you more.
Mm. Oh,
say again, Rafi?
Sorry, I wish I loved you more.
Yeah, it did have love in the title. That's it. I'm going to have to watch it now to remind myself of the song. Conor Mooney, Germany, 2009.
Oh, I love that one.
Which one is that?
Miss Kiss Bang, come let us swing.
Oscar.
With
Dita Von
Oscar. Somebody.
Well, I'm sorry, but they paid a lot of money for Tita Bontis to cameo for not doing that.
I remember the hype around that, and she literally just walked on and But guys, we're gonna love you and leave you now because I've kept these ladies far too long.
Past my bedtime hour.
It is, yeah, and I need to chill out. I've had a long day at work tonight, so I'm gonna give my mum a call. Mum, if you're watching, I'm gonna call you in a minute, and check what's delivered outside my door as well. But ladies, thank you so much for tonight. Can someone just tell me, do I look yellow?
No, I mean, it wasn't thinking until you said it.
I wouldn't say yellow, but you look like you have colour on you.
I look yellow, and it's really been bothering. It might be because I'm using a new laptop, maybe, and it's the camera.
Probably that's the thing, because everyone has a different skin tone, and in real life, I think I'm more tanner than you, but you look tanner than me, and that's very offensive.
Yeah, I literally look like one of my emoji cushions. Like, you see the comparison?
Yeah, but maybe there's something reflecting, like.
Anyway, ladies, thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We will be back very soon, and keep checking out our channel because we'll have some content coming out. If you're new, make sure you follow us on all of our socials and check out our website. Otherwise, ladies, see you soon, guys. Have a good evening. Bye.